Hello, welcome back to Code and Box Automation Lab. This is Sharful. So this lecture is the last and final lecture about the Git and GitHub. Okay, we have seen most of the the GitHub functionalities, Git and GitHubs, everything we have seen, right? As for if you see my last 3 or 4 videos, all of the videos or lecture regarding Git and GitHub, you will totally understand what is Git, GitHub, everything's like, so how we can create the Git, how we can create the GitHubs, how we can make a connection between local and your remote repository, all those things, how we can push the code, how we can pull the code, all those things. So pretty much we cover 90% stuffs, right? So now here is one more last topic is regarding remaining in Git and GitHubs. You see in real life, that's called merging conflict. In my last tutorial we have seen the how to merge from one branch to another branch, like from a QA develop. We have seen how we can merge QA develop to master branch. We have seen how we can create a branch. We have seen all those things. Now assume that there's a multiple peoples, say employee A and you are employee B, right? These two people that are working the same project. So what do? Usually you get the clone, or the code from your or updated code from your master branch in your local machine. You create your own branch that where you do your code and you commit it. And finally, when your code is done, you merge the code in your master branch. Okay, so sometimes it happen like you have a employee A who have some code for a class for a class test class, right? So example, let's I can use a notepad. I would say it's better. So here, there is a employee A who is working in a same project, and then employee B. Okay, it's the two guys. So in employee A, you have a class, say a test class, and in test class you have some data, say some number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you did the copy. You pulled the data. From the master branch. So the employee A did create a class and push the code to the GitHub, and then you also have the copy. You also pulled the data from the GitHub, and it's this data, this class you have for the same project in your machine. So, and after that you added some stuff. Say you added some later. I mean, you are going to work on this same project, so you added few laters, right? So example, this is your part of code, like say A, B, C, D. Okay, and then the tester A, the guy A, he also is still working on the same project. So some reason he deleted the last one, this one, and he did a commit. He did a commit to the master branch. Okay, and then when you try to, and again next day you try to merge your branch. You try to merge the master branch to your branch so that you have all the codes, right? And that time, it's in a master branch there is no 10, but in your branch still there is a 10 for the same for the same class, except your new added code. Okay, that time it's the GitHub get confused, right? He doesn't know which code is right. Is that the one you have it's still the existing code, or the one, you know, it's that's the guy who really did create this 10 here, the code here, but he removed it later on. That time it shows the merge conflict, and you have to resolve that course, that problem, you know, manually, you know, contract with each other and confirm that what code you have at the right, and you add it or you remove it, and then you resolve the issue, and then you do the you know, the proper push and pull. So we'll see in real life. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's go to here. So this is my example of the same project. Let's add a example. I'm going to add a text file, or yeah, let's create a text file, untitled text file. So let's put the all this number, so assume that, okay, 9 10 and then 10 2, right? And then save it. Let's give a name. It's okay, say number.txt, right? Number.text. okay. Oh, you have to say where we want to save it, right? This is Selenium 4 project. Okay, source file, source folder, then test folder, right? Okay, source, test, and then Selenium 4. okay, here, okay, and then save it. Okay, so here we have a assume that this is a new file we added. Okay. And now I'm going to, let's first, we're going to see what branch okay, I want to be in master branch. Okay, let's close the other files so that we don't get confused. Okay, here we'll see git branch, so I'm right now in master branch. Pretty good. Okay, now we're in master branch. So here what I want to do, I want to, you know, add this file to staging. So to do this, we know this git add. We can do, you know, use the star. It will, you know, add this new one and also the existing one if there's existing. So since it's a single file, let's I will pass the path for the single file. That's okay. This is the path, right? Number file. Copy this and then come over here. Let's paste it. Okay, hit enter. Outside repository. Okay, looks like location, or use this one. Sorry, git add. Git add, pasted. Again will, okay, it's some reason it's not finding the path. So this is the path should be, okay, this is the path should be. Anyways, let's add it. Is the git add, use the start sign. Okay, and then I would say let's see the git status. Okay, so you can see this is the new file, the number.txt, right? This is the file, it's been tracked. Okay, and now I would say git now will commit -m, right? You can say just number file, right? Whatever it is. Okay, I committed. Okay, so 2 files been committed. So I committed this, but I haven't pushed the code to master branch. Okay, now let's create a new branch. Okay, so we'll see. We know it's how to create a new branch, right? The command is git, then checkout, right, and then -b, and then you will give a name. So it's we have a branch, a master branch, we have a branch QA developed. Let's say give a name like developed, just developed, single developed, right? Not QA developed, developed 2. Okay, how about this? So now, okay, switch to new branch is a develop 2, right? So we can, okay, now I created a I changed the branch name. Okay, here you can say my branch name it's QA Dep 2. Since we have a previously, we saw this all of our previous lecture, we have a 2 branch, master and QA development. So this is, I created another branch. It's called QA Dev branch. This is still, it's local. Okay, so after we create the file, here, we committed, was in master branch, and then we committed, but we didn't push the code. Okay, and then I created another my own branch in my local machine. I give a name QA Dev 2. Now you can move here, you can say it's automatically moved to there, QA. Right now I'm in QA Dev 2. So now I have the same, the same copy. It's just a copy of the master branch. The same file I do have, right? Now here, assume that it's this branch, the other guys is working on this QA Dev branch, like me working on the QA Dev branch. Okay, that I get a copy from the master branch, and I create my own branch, and I'm working on this. So this is the file I have, and here from there I'm going to start my work. So the same file. So I'm going to add something like let's say names. Okay, so here I'm going to add, say, Shoreful, and then Harry, then James. Okay, blah blah. So let's save it. Now here, let's see, there's what branch I'm should be in QA Dev 2 branch, but still I want to check the branch. Okay, so git branch. So I'm in QA Dev 2 branch, right here. So and this is the work. It's now it's my local QA Dev 2 branch, right here. I will again add all the files in my QA Dev 2 branch, and then I will commit it. Commit new names added. Alright, okay, so I committed. You can see that the one file change. Okay, and now it's committed, right? Now I'm going to I'm going to switch to master branch. So right now I have a 2 commit. One is my master branch, another one is my QA Dev 2 branch. Okay, now let's move to my QA the master branch. So to move our master branch, we'll use the command is git checkout master, right? Switch to branch master. So I'm now in master branch, right? So now we switch to master branch, right? Let's move it. So this is the files it's added by in QA Dev branch or the other guys, right? So now on the other hand, the actual guy, the guy we can say A, it's working on the master branch. Which master branch is okay. Let's move with master branch. Still it has 1 2 3 4 5 6 until 10 the number. And the other files we have seen the QA dev branch, QA dev2 branch, the other guy, the guy B, it's working. He added some names. Okay, moving forward, because they're both working in the same files, so B is helping with the A, collaborating to do this to establish a same project. So assume that, so I can just, let me explain you here. Just to assume that this is the A guy, he has a text file. So we can say this is not the text file, it's like text file, txt file. Okay, it has a number 1 to 10 and it is in master branch. We committed in master branch, right? And then the guy B, he had the same, he did the he created another branch. He created another branch of the master branch as the name QA dev2. So he had a same file, same, and then he moving forward, he's added some new name, right? We saw this new name, there was a num, added new names, added few names, and we saw this the name was like Shoreful, there's a Harry, and then we have seen James, probably, whatever it is, right? So now assume that the guy in the master branch, he removed this. He thought like, okay, I don't need this this number 10, I don't need this one, and then he committed this, right? Let's see what happened. So assume that now, sorry, we don't need this, so let's move it here. So here now we're in master branch, right? We're in move to the master branch. So master branch, so this guy is thinking, okay, I don't need this. Okay, let's save it, and then add it, git, okay, so now let's as I said, we're going to okay, add. So he changed he did something change, so he's going to add a git add, and then let's add to the file. So we add it, and then we'll commit, right? Commit just put something, removed a number, right? Okay, so he commit this, right? So the one file has been changed. So let's go back to now our dev branch, like the QA to other dev branch, right? So we'll say git checkout, git checkout, and then what's branch name? What's branch name? What's QA dev2, I believe. Okay, switch to QA dev2, right? So this is the current file, it's up to date file on master branch, and he updated, he committed to. And now let's go to dev branch. You can see in dev branch still the number 10 is existing, including his old, his new codes. So this 10 was the old code, existing code from the master branch, but the other guy from the master branch, he committed the he removed this 10 and he committed that line, right? That the new file. So what's really happened now? Okay, now so we're in a QA dev2 branch. So this guy, he doesn't still know the other guy already removed this the last number 10, existing number 10. He thought it's he just working on the new line, a new the problem on the moving forward. So he added another, say code inbox, another line, okay, another code. So it's save it. Now he's going to here, it's now in QA dev branch. We're in the QA dev branch. So since he added new code, so we're going to add to stage it. So we'll say also git add, so we'll add it, and then we'll say git commit -m, and then we'll say new name added. Okay, git commit. Okay, you can see git commit, new name added, and one file change. Now what do you want? He want to merge the master branch to his branch, okay, to get his final one of the final branch. Okay, so just remember what happened here. So he added all those names, then he added code box, everything is done. He stage and he did the commit, and now he wants to bring this master branch to merge with his branch so that he can have his final one of the final branch, so which is his code as well as the code from the the other guys. So what will happen? I mean, usually he can merge to the master branch, but he wants to get his own one of the final branch, including the old the old copy existing code from the master branch. So here in the master branch is already committed. The committed new there is a number 10 has been removed and committed, and the person B who is working on QAdapt2 branch, he has that copied from the master branch is including 10. He doesn't know this other guy is already removed it. So when you're going to merge this branch to here, it will the Git will get confused, like who's the right, like the person A is the right, like master branch is the right, or the QAdapt2 right, because it was before the 10 and this is the existing number. Now it's removed from here, so it will give you throw some error. Let's see. So I'm saying, so it's already committed now, and just to remember, before we merge anything, before we merge from one branch to another branch or push or pull code to branch, we have to do the staging, which is add, and also we have to commit it. We did the add and commit. We're saying git, and then we'll say merge what branch? We're merging master. You can see here you go, you can see conflict. There is an error. Okay, there's a conflict. You can merge conflict in the source test Java Selenium for this number, this file, it's got a there is a conflict happen. Let me bring the conflict happen. Okay, so it's the automatic merge failed, fix conflict and then commit the result. It's already saying you fix the conflict and then commit it again. Okay, it means because the Git doesn't know that part, right? It's like which branch would be the right, because you had a same branch and the master branch, you got a copy from the master branch with the same code, but the master branch got committed or removed and committed. So it was not a push, it was just commit level. So the Git got when you try to again merge with your master branch to your local branch, it gets confused because it was existing one of the the code, like number 10 was missing. And you can see here, if you go here, okay, here we're in now conflict. You can see in our project it shows conflict on QAdapt2, and here is saying it's conflict happen. This is the already created by the Git. It's saying the conflict happen in the head. It means the top over here, right, the headline. Okay, so and it's in headline and it's in the master, the master branch. Okay, so now so this is the conflict happened. So here we can see the conflict in our about the QAdapt2 the project, the branch, and so it's a head. It means like your this branch, you have some conflict code. It's out of here, so one of the out of here, and then so and from what branch? It's a branch from master branch. So what are you going to do? At that point you will talk to the actual the owner of the code, actual owner of the master branch, like from who you copied that branch, and then you are working from there. So you'll talk with the same guy who had the who's the owner, actual owner, who was the first primary person working on that, and based on his branch you created another branch. So talk with him, and you have to do it personally, right? In person, talk to them, and then you just confirm that, okay, what's the difference. You'll find out the difference code, and if he says okay, we don't need anymore this number 10, so you just remove whatever the code, and then you update your file as per his confirmation. So you don't need this guy, this is the so you don't need those things. Save it, and then let's go here, save it. Okay, I added names. Okay, names. Okay, right. Master branch, it shows the master branch. Okay, this is the code from the master branch, and what we had. So let's remove this. We don't need this anymore. Okay, so as per his confirmation, just save it, update it, and remove it, match with this, and then again you back to your code and you say, it's git add, again add in stages, staging, and then git commit -m, and then put him updated final code, and then it's updated. Okay, now you try to merge, right? Git merge and with master, right? Now we can see it shows you the already up to date. It doesn't give you any more error. Okay, so in real life this kind of scenario can happen. It will happen some conflict issue. Okay, and that time you will don't become panic. You talk to the guy, who's the from who you copy the branch, who's the main owner, and match the code and see if he does any updated after you make the branch from the master branch or from his branch, and then remove the steps, whatever the code is, extra code or need to update it, and do the staging, and then you commit it and resolve the issue. Okay, that's the way, and you can follow when you see this the error is a merge conflict. You can see exactly what file it gets the conflict. So go that file and talk to the person, the actual person who who has the owner of the code first, and then figure out the difference and update as per the confirmation, and commit it again, add and commit it, and you will see, then merge it, and you will see the problem got resolved. Okay, that's the final topics as per you need in real life about Git and GitHub. There is nothing else. This is the most enough. Is that's why I created few part to cover each and every topics. And you can, let me show you. You can find all the codes, like all this the command. There is a lot of places it's available, but it's still in Codeinbox. If you go to our site codeinbox.com, and at the bottom you can see there is a important notes about Git and GitHub. Here I have all the codes. So what is Git, GitHub, how it works, all the command code, okay, is there, and I will add all the videos, also the link of the videos, so for the YouTube, so that you can watch it and you can follow the exercise. Okay, so that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and stay tuned, and we'll see you again. Have a good one.